Morning, it's Bob Keck. I'm here this morning to show you a show and tell, so to speak. This is my pride and joy. I've worked on this planter for fairly intently for about 5-6 years now. Not all time, but you know, as much time as I had to allot to it. And the purpose in this video is to acquaint the viewer with what I've done. In other words, why I contend this is the best designed and best planter on the market. Excuse me. I'll proceed to go through some of the larger detail. There's a bunch of stuff you can't see, but anyway, one thing in particular is the box joints. That's the way to do it. I've tried several other ways, and this is the only way that's strong and looks good. And in other words, there's always one way that's better to do something than all the others, and this happens to be it. The way I notched out these 4x4s, this heavy bed sits right on wood. It doesn't sit on the screws. All these screws do right here that I'm pointing to just hold the leg to the bend. So beyond that, that's a safety feature. This it should be pointed out that this thing, when it's full of wet mud, could weigh a ton. So we don't need to, play down the safety factor, because that's a must when you build a big raised bed planter like this one, which, by the way, the box is 4 foot wide, 8 feet long, and it's approximately 11.5 inches deep. They don't make 2x12s anymore. People who do carpenter work know that. And it's all #1 Douglas fir. Every place except the plywood bed, and it's the best plywood I can find. And obviously it has a floor drain in it, which it just needs just one. It's coated, double and triple coated with food safe liquid rubber. That's the best product on the market. This uses Behr stain sealer from Home Depot. It's actually it's three coats of hand rubbed. Some places it's more than that, but that's what it takes to get this mahogany color, and also it'll last for years. And any planter that doesn't show solid wood looking up at the sun is doomed to go bad in about 3 years. There's nothing holds up to this heat in Arizona like solid wood. If you do that and keep it treated, it'll last indefinitely. The greenhouse frame is an option. Everybody that buys one of these planters won't need this, nor will they need the legs necessarily. They could buy the box. They could buy the box separate if they wanted. But back to this bow. The bow is a simple affair. It's made out of EMT. It's put together with these eye bolts and a screw post here. You can see that. This is typical with 9 joints in it, and it's easily disassembled. You can take this thing off and put it on, and nothing flat. This center method I use down here, the center method for fastening the bows down, is sort of unique. I doubt I'm going to do it that way next time. More than likely, the bows are going to be expanded and put on the outside. No need for them the way they are there. And I'm thinking over what else is important. The stowage basket is covered under another video, but there's what it looks like when it's out of the way. And I've attempted three or four different ways. I experimented, and the catter-cornered basket is the only way to fly. Those casters in the front they rotate. In other words, they're swivel casters. So in other words, you can turn the basket sideways to get it up under the bend and out of the way. And when you're through with it for the season, you can take it and stow it somewhere. And as I said, I remind myself, one of the best ways to figure out just how good that particular device works is to try to put that shade cloth on without it. A person will learn a lesson pretty quick when they try that. It's almost impossible without some kind of device. If the wind blows it, you can't get it straight. It just goes on and on. Oh, these eye bolts up here, you can hang hanging baskets from them if you like. You can run strings in between them. There's a lot of things you can do. You could actually train some vines and vining plants up to the top. You could trail over them if you wanted. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. You can use this planter for a greenhouse. You can use it for a hotbed. It can be taken indoors and used inside of a house with grow lights. You can hang grow lights off of this. You can put an irrigation system in. It's very versatile. In other words, it's not just one thing. But we don't want to stray too far from the purpose. What it's for is for pleasurable gardening. It hasn't the engineering part. I've enjoyed building it, but we mustn't forget that what it's for is for people to go out with hassle-free gardening, and it'll last, as I said, the lifespan on it's indefinite. If you took care of it, I don't know how long it'd last. Probably 100 years, and that's no exaggeration. Is there anything I've missed that the viewer would be interested in? I can't think of it. This is probably all you need to know for the time being. There's a lot of detail here you don't see. And it's also very difficult to build these things. I will put that in there as a closing remark. Thanks for your interest. Bob Keck.